Here's how to install our OCAM bull bar for the Mitsubishi Triton. Lay out all the hardware and familiarize yourself with the kit. This kit comes with a smaller washer bottle as it is relocated later in the install. Remove the top plastic engine bay cover by popping out the clips and set aside. Then remove the two pop clips holding in the silver grille. Separate the grille from the front bumper by pushing in the tabs located along the bottom. Once you pop out a few, the entire grille should just pop off. Remove the three 10mm bolts holding in the wheel arch, mudguard and bumper together. Underneath, remove the three pop clips holding in the wheel arch, mudguard and bumper edges. Pry off the wheel arch halfway in order to expose another 10mm bolt hidden in the wheel well holding onto the bumper. Repeat this process on the other side and then remove the three 10mm bolts securing the front of the bumper to the crash bar. After that, you can slowly remove the bumper from the vehicle. It's only held in with clips, so pulling it towards you should get them loose. Be sure to disconnect the fog lights as well. Remove the two bumper spaces on either side of the wheel arches by removing the two 10mm bolts. Once the bumper is off, use a 14mm socket to remove the front crash bar. Then use a 12mm socket to remove the factory bash plate. Then use the same socket to remove the bumper support brackets. To remove the washer bottle, disconnect the wiring harness from the pump and separate the lead from the bottle. At the top near the spout, there is a small pop clip that needs to be removed in order to remove the filler tube. The bottle is held in with three 12mm bolts and there is one hidden inside the wheel arch. Once that is all disconnected, remove the hose connected to the pump. Be sure to keep your finger on the opening as water will spill out of the washer bottle if it's full. Remove the bottle and empty any fluids. To assemble the brackets onto the chassis rails, the larger bracket will sit up underneath and then hook over the top of the chassis rail. The smaller bracket is secured on top with two M10 black bolts screwing in from the front and another M10 bolt from the top. Then the M10 fine thread bolt will slide in from the side into the chassis threads. Then the longer bolt sits next to it with the included crush tube. Then the black U bracket will be secured to the brackets from the inner side of the chassis rail. Make sure all bolts use flat and spring washers as well. Loosely install one side onto the vehicle, then repeat the same process for the other side. Add the winch bracket onto the rails using the remaining black M10 bolts, then tighten everything up. Remove both headlights by undoing the three 10mm bolts and disconnect the plugs. We will need to tap into the headlight harness in order for the lights on the bull bar to work. On the passenger side, connect the green indicator wire to the yellow wire with the black stripe, then the red Parker wire to the red wire, then the black wire to black for ground. On the driver's side, connect the green indicator wire to the dark blue wire with the white stripe, then connect the red Parker wire to the light blue wire, then connect the black wire to black for ground. For the fog lights, we will need to reverse the plugs as the bull bar fog light wiring is reversed. Cut the plug and solder it again but with the wires flipped. For the new washer bottle bracket, install it on these two mounting points in the engine bay next to the battery. Swap the pumps over so that the factory pump is seated in the new bottle. This means you can still use the factory plug and retain the spray function using the wiper stalk in the cabin. Don't forget to connect the feed pipe as well, then refill the bottle. Reinstall both headlights from before and make sure to leave the new fog light harness hanging out the bottom. Mark and cut the wheel arches using some masking tape and an air saw or angle grinder. We've measured 1 cm lower than the existing body line and cut along that path. Once you have your guard marked out, make the cut and then attach the included rubber edging and clip the guard back into place. Repeat this process on the other side. Grab a mate to help you lift the bull bar and hold it in place while you secure the bull bar to the winch cradle using the included hardware. Make sure the bull bar is aligned to the center of the vehicle before fully tightening down the bolts. Reassemble the silver grille and engine bay cover by reusing the factory pop clips, then install the plate covers for the bull bar. Cut the mudguards and follow the angle of the bull bar, then secure the side wing plates using the included dome head bolts with a 4mm hex head. Reinstall the factory bash plate along with the new bull bar bash plate as well. The bull bar bash plate secures to the front lip using the included 4mm hex bolts, and the remaining mounting points for the factory bash plate reuse the factory 12mm bolts. Then install the number plate holder and secure it so it doesn't flap around in the wind. And there you have it, your OCAM bull bar is installed.